Right, so today we're going to be looking at an upgrade. This is the original Amazon Show, or the Echo Show. I bought two of these 2.5 years ago. I have used one in the lounge and this one has been in daily use in the workshop, and it's been absolutely fine. It's a 7-inch touchscreen, about 1200 grams. Or Wi-Fi, obviously, Bluetooth connectivity, although I don't ever remember connecting anything via Bluetooth. This will control all manner of things. In my case, I use it to view the Ring video doorbell. I also control appliances throughout the house and in the workshop, so I can turn on security lights, various lamps, workshop heaters. I also have it connected to the 2 digital multimeters that I use in the workshop, because reaching around the back of them is a pain in the backside every morning to turn them on. So I just say, Alexa, turn meters on, and it just fires up through the TP-Link plugs. It's been absolutely fine for 2.5 years. Occasionally it needs a reset, you just unplug it. The processor on this one was an Atom X5 Z80 350. It's been perfectly fine. I've never noticed any particular lags. Now, according to the specs, this one has a 5 megapixel camera, and the buttons on the top, you can turn the camera off here. You've got volume up and down there. One of the things I was not particularly keen on was this fixed wire. Whilst there's no wear and tear there, if anything goes wrong with this adapter, you're stuffed. Again, this is fixed wire, so if it goes wrong, there's nothing much you can do. This was a 15 volt 1.4 amp adapter. Still working perfectly, and in fact I'm going to power this one up and just move it to the back just whilst we look at the new Echo 8 that I bought a couple of months ago. So yeah, we'll just let that one fire up. One of the other things I didn't like about this was this front grille. There's two 2-inch speakers behind here, and it is full of punched out little dots. And in a lounge or workshop environment, they did tend to get quite mucky actually inside the little dots there. I've just cleaned this up with some ISO and a toothbrush to get all the dust out of here, and I've just put a horrible smear all over that screen, so let me just wipe that off. That's just fingerprints. So that is firing up. As I say, it works perfectly. Occasionally updates itself with new firmware, but other than that, occasional reset is the only thing that's been required. Right, so when the Echo Show 8 came out, they ran a special offer, and it was a really good price. I thought, well, maybe now is the time to upgrade these 2 older units for the newer ones. So we ordered 2. I've had one in the lounge for the last few months, and this one has been sat here unboxed, waiting for me to do some sort of unboxing review ever since. Now, these are paired to my Prime account, but I had problems getting this to work properly out of the box. We have a particular photo that we use as a screen on all of these, and it would not sync up with my Amazon Prime images for some reason. So as I say, this is the Echo Show 8, 8-inch high definition smart display. Now they say high definition. I'm trying to look at these specs. Gonna have to scroll up. There we go. So it's 1280 by 800 and 1920 by 1080 is what I class as high definition, not this lower spec that this has got. camera with built-in cover, so instead of pressing a button like you could on the old one, you now actually get to slide a cover. Again, stereo speakers. This time you have a 3.5mm audio out socket for connecting it to other speakers or powered speakers, whatever. Microphone and camera on off button, yeah, already covered that. Nothing else of interest on the box, so let's crack that open. You can buy these not paired to your Prime account. I thought it would be easier to have it paired. The first one didn't work that way. Okay, let's get this packaging out of the way. So we have the adapter. This time it does unplug from the actual unit, as you can see. It's quite a large, chunky connector plug on the end. Great big 30 watts on there. This is 18 volts, 1.67 amps, so a little higher voltage and a little higher ampage. Again, multi-voltage, 100 to 240 volts, same as the other one. So that is that. We will get that plugged in. That is, again, a respectably long lead, probably, let's have a look. It's best part of 6 foot long, that mains cable. I'm going to plug it in, get that turned on. We have a Hello Echo Show 8 booklet, just a couple of basic instructions, powering it up, etc., connecting to your Wi-Fi, things to try. Important information, again just the usual legal cobblers. And this is the actual unit. Now, one of the things I did like with the old version, as you can see, is the fact that speakers were underneath and it raised it up. It was raised it up for me to a quite comfortable level, especially in the workshop. This one I've had to additionally buy a small stand for it just to bring it up. We'll have a look at that in a minute. For pity's sake, I can't even get the cellophane off. Right, there we go. Okay, so we have 8-inch touchscreen. We have mic, camera off buttons, volume up and down. Looks like we've got LED lights possibly on the top there, and that is a physical slider for turning the camera, or not turning it off. You are actually physically blocking the camera lens there. A lot of people were happier with that arrangement rather than relying on them actually having pressed the button to disable the camera. The original one had, I'll just clean this, a nice big soft silicone rubber pad, so it didn't move around at all. This has a smaller pad cut out here, and that cutout is for the various stands that are available for this. We'll have a look at that in a minute. This has a cloth, quite a hard feel cloth cover. We have a USB port, we have the 3.5mm out, and obviously the power port, and we will plug that in now. This should be a faster experience on this particular one. I'm going to have to enter the Wi-Fi password, so I'll probably just spin this round in a second, but we'll see how easy this one connects to my account compared to the other one. get it so it's not reflecting too much. It's quite hard to do with a shiny glass screen. As I said, I did have sync problems with the other one that I set up, and in the end had to reset it completely back to factory settings, and then start it again, and after that it would link to my images and I could pick my background image. Okay, so I'll look for the networks. We've got 3 networks in the house, so it knows it's me. It's registered to me, so we will say yes, that's me. Europe, Greenwich Mean Time, yes. Yes, everybody knows my address, so that's fine, not an issue. This is going to be in the workshop, so customized, and we will call that, oh, is that all? So we are going to call that workshop, and done. We'd already called it workshop. I don't know why we have to rename it something else. Perhaps I misread the previous screen, but again, workshop. Invalid device name already in use. Ah, of course it is, because we have this one still. What's going on? We need to rename the current workshop one, and we'll go into that now. So if we look at device options, is it? Yeah, so I need to change the name, and we will now call that, I don't know where I'm going to use it actually. Let's call it bedroom. Oops, I've absolutely no idea where this is going to go. Maybe there is a device in the bedroom already actually, so I am going to call this office. So if we rename that office, that is good, and now we should be able to call this workshop if the two have synced up in time. And there we go. And this is where it all fell apart last time. Your wallpaper will be periodically changed. Now I think all I wanted was, well, we'll go for Amazon Photos at the moment, but I particularly wanted, here we go, Alexa app photos. This is the only one I want, and this is what it wouldn't do last time. It just kept failing at this point. Now I don't want audio books. Okay, almost done.
This device is ready.
Now this one has synced perfectly with the image that I wanted. We've got the correct time and date. Now one of the things I thought was the voice recognition didn't seem as sensitive. I had to talk more loudly. Let me just turn, I'm really trying to get rid of these glares. Alexa, turn meters on. Yeah, so that just turned my multimeters on. Alexa, turn meters off. And it's this one that's doing the work. So it does seem to be recognising the word correctly. Alexa. Alexa. Yeah, both working fine.
I don't know that one.
No, you don't, and I'm going to turn you off because you are of no use to me any longer. It looks like it's going to go through all of our photos now, which we of course don't want, but you can go into the settings and disable all of that sort of thing. Now this is where it went wrong. In fact, it's found the picture I wanted as a background, but it says Alexa app photo needed. It looks like you haven't uploaded the photo to the Alexa app here. Well, of course I have. There's hundreds on there, but it just won't have it. So yeah, it looks like we're going to have to sort that out like we did last time. Yeah, that needed resetting completely, which is a bit annoying. Yeah, I certainly don't want it showing all the photos like that. Very bright, nice high quality screen. I think we are just going to put nature instead of all the images that I've got on my Alexa app. And that's a strange thing, it's happy to sit there playing all of the images from my Alexa app, but it won't use the one image I want as the background. That's probably going to get a copyright claim on that. I won't be able to monetize this. If that's the case, I will re-upload with that muted. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, very nice. So anyway, that is pretty much that. Very little difference. You know, it's just speed, image quality, etc. Improvements from the original Echo Show. This is the stand that I've got for this. That is that cutout in the base of the Echo. Swivel base, very nice quality aluminium, and just raises it up enough for me. I don't know which way is the front and which way isn't it? It must be that way around. So magnetised also, and that will just clunk into place there. It's quite a strong, you know, it's a firm magnet, and that now allows you to tilt. Oops, it's just come off. That's probably being a bit unfair. The swivel's quite tight on this one. So yeah, there we go. So again, if you get these at the right price, I think that is probably a very good buy. It's certainly super useful. I use them multiple shows all day long. So yeah, there we go. Just a quick look at the Echo Show 8 and the stand. I'll put links to these again on in the description. There's loads of different stands available for these. I think that's probably a nicer looking unit now without these plastic, you know, the dots that are going to gather dirt. This is a straightforward wipe the front and it's done. If it does get some dust on the back, that will probably just brush off or vacuum off with a brush. So yeah, all good to go. I'll have to, oh, that's an interesting warning. It tells you that the camera is covered, so there's no doubt whether it is or not, and also that it's back on again. So yeah, excellent. I will set that up back where the old one went to, and we'll see how that goes.